Well, hello. Here we are out at the pond doing a little bit of a duck hunt. Ducktails. And the duck hunt was semi-successful. We found some ducks, but I think we scared them away by our mere presence alone. So I figured I would pop on here and do a quick little ditty. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Mercury is the Roman god of travelers, so I've decided to travel around to some of the cool parks in the area. I feel like they're totally underutilized. I feel like I owe a duck feather for whoever can guess where I am right now, and it is so close to civilization, but yet so far. We scurry around our daily lives in our concrete jungle, and sometimes we forget to come out to the peaceful spots where you can see a couple ducks, and try not to harass them too much. I did get a couple of duck videos, and I'll be sharing those up on the page. I was trying to get a close-up, but I was trying not to get too close and stress them out, because, you know, ducks, they're cool cucumbers. But anyway, here I am at the duck pond, but not the official duck pond. And I'd figured I would take this opportunity to read a little bit from the novel that I'm writing, that I have terrible writer's block for. Started it, I believe, 4 years ago. And yeah, so we have the what I'm calling the foreword here, and the book is about birds. How about that? A book about birds. So here's the foreword. The working title here is Oversized Aviary, and let's get into it. Peregrine falcons are the happiest of birds. They're contractually obligated to smile as they soar and dive in their lofty domain. Seasonal affective disorder be damned, as they sublimate the heavy fog lingering in the low Earth orbit, which precipitates upon tyrannical tyrannosaurs and bipolar bipeds alike. A lofty atmospheric ascension alleviates what ails. Altitude above everything. The need for speed can be considered greed, but only a want for what wins hearts and minds. Wide open spaces and interesting finds. Prey abound, but not constrained to a specific school of thought. No grades, just instinctual movement in any direction that may be dictated at a moment's notice. Dive bombs. Intended not to destroy cities, yet there will be carnage. Those connected to the earth think that they know unbridled speed, but have no concept of lift without drag. Soar, not sour. Disconnected from the rules of physical tactile interference leads to overwhelming clairvoyance. No need for huddled masses to smash into corridors and crevasses. Up above, space abounds. Breathe deep to keep the air inflating. Speed creates the need only for oxygen flow. No worries from down below. The self-aggrandizing apes concern themselves primarily with their drapes. Floating would turn to a blur for a less happy counterpart, but these eyes cannot deny. Faster. Dive, they shouldn't be alive. Ignore the forces that be. There is no wind, only prey that shall be mine. Faster and faster, shut down the wind in my ears. My eyes have never had a surprise. Break the next speed barrier, sharpen the talons and the beak, always show your smile. Down to the bottom now. We're off to the races, but I'll always win. Pose for the camera, show those pearly whites. Another meal, everything's alright. Life is great when you rule the skies. Fastest on the planet, and rule the skies. Usain Bolt ain't got shit on me. And there it is, folks. That is the prologue, I believe I called it. Let's see here. Oh, the foreword. That is the foreword. Right after the frontispiece. So I think everybody's been looking for an update for this book situation. So I will go back to the beginning. So when it all started, I was interested in this NaNoWriMo type of a thing. National Novel Writers Month every November. So I believe it was circa 2014. Must have been 2014. Yeah, 2014. I was writing on the back of napkins. Or actually more realistically, on the back of placemats. And I got about, I don't know, 20 placemats in, so I was feeling pretty good. But those pages have all been lost, with the exception of what I just read to you just now. That was the last surviving page from the work circa 2014. Was it really 2014? That seems like so long ago. No, that can't be right. 2014 is 11 years ago. I'm forgetting the days. So maybe it was, let's just say 2019. Let's try that. 2019. Okay. So yeah, 2019, one surviving page. I went down to Tennessee. I made a second attempt at writing a novel for NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writers Month. That must have been circa... Oh, God, my years are getting mixed up here. I believe that was 22. The second attempt. I actually wrote it down on a digital form, so that was good. But did not finish again, because it's kind of hard to write 50,000 words in only 30 days. I had the third attempt last year, 2024, and I did get twice as far as last time, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. And I was actually looking at my notes. I think I might have actually gotten about 4 times as far as last time, if you include all the different activities such as creating characters, creating locations, making notes, making false promises. So, what is the status of the book? Yeah, I got about 20% of the way through, and I don't know, just wasn't 100% confident in my characters, so what I've been doing is I've been researching, or I guess you could call that procrastinating. I've been trying to figure out how other great authors create their characters, and what I should do to create my characters, because I was just kind of randomly shooting them out there in the wind, or, you know, whatever lightning strikes the brain, just put it right down on paper. But there are other ways, there are other better ways to make an exciting character and make an exciting story, so I have been well, basically looking at the Game of Thrones / A Song of Ice and Fire and figuring out how the heck did he create this story. And it seemed like it was it's an anthology, but also a history lesson. So I'm looking at doing some Game of Thrones decoded action, and what I've come across recently was the Ides of March. And if anybody doesn't know, that the Ides of March was the well, basically back to the last show, the ass nation of Julius Caesar. And they did the same thing in Game of Thrones. Spoiler alert if you have not seen the whole show or read all the books yet. But Jon Snow is on the pointy end of a couple of bad mamma jammas who have a problem with him, and they do it quote unquote for the watch. And even his little bro friend, I can't remember his name, but that is a parallel of the Ides of March as well. Et tu, Brute, very famous saying. So you could say that Jon Snow is sharing a fate with Julius Caesar. So that's pretty interesting. In addition, I noticed that the other thing about Caesar is he is very much alike to a character from House of the Dragon, Daemon Targaryen. Equal parts good and bad. The Rogue Prince. Julius Caesar, as well, was doing a lot of really good things for the Empire and a lot of really bad things at the same time. So Not only are we getting some inspiration from the War of the Roses, which is 15th century Britain, we're also getting some inspiration from 1st century BC in Rome. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was also thinking about Bravos the other day. Kind of interesting. They're just throwing a bunch of stuff in that city. Bravos in the show or the story is very similar to Venice plus Florence. Because it has the Iron Bank like Florence would have, but it also has the canals like Venice would have. Then it also basically has the Colossus of Rhodes in there and the Mausoleum of Hyrcanussus, so it's got at least 4 different locations all smashed into one. Still on the lookout for that last wonder of the world. I think we're looking at for the Temple of Artemis at Athens, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. That's the last wonder of the world that we're looking for in the great Game of Thrones universe. I have not been able to specifically find yet, but we'll find it. It's starting to seem like the Roman Colosseum is resembling the Dragon Pit, so that's not necessarily one of the ancient wonders of the world, but it is another significant building. Other than that, we obviously have the, like I said, the Colossus of Rhodes, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, the Pyramids of Giza, the statue of Zeus, which is just the harpy statue on top of their mountains up there. Oh, right, the other thing I was figuring out is Slaver's Bay in the show. At first I thought that was just Greek city-states, but I searched and I couldn't find anything similar. Until I realized it's actually the Barbary Coast on the north coast of Africa. We're talking about like Tripoli and Monaco and places like that. They do have an island chain in the story that's very similar to a real island chain over there, so I think that might be confirmed. The free cities of Essos, those are the Italian city-states, so we're starting to match a lot of things up in the real world versus the story world here. Been pretty interesting to try to figure all this stuff out. I've been on a Rome kick, so I've been really looking at a lot of Julius Caesar and a lot of Roman civil wars, and it's pretty interesting. Got a couple of nuggets out of there, but not anything that much 100% useful. But I just wanted to kind of hang out by a pond today and kind of wax poetic about a little bit of this Game of Thrones Decoded action. Other than that, I'll probably just keep this one short here. I keep on promising to work on the book, but I keep on not doing it, so I guess maybe I should stop promising, and I'll just report the results as they roll in, as opposed to keeping you on your toes. But other than that, if there's something you guys want me to talk about, if there's another park you want me to go visit, I will definitely do that. You can't see it off screen here, but there was a duck that came over and tried to sit next to me, so maybe the duck hunt is still on. Last message for the show here: danger, thin ice, stay off. Other than that, I guess we need a new tagline here. Mercury Maniacs. What rhymes with maniacs? That's going to be a good word. Besides brainiacs. Not a really good rhyming convention there, but yeah, Mercury is the Roman god of travelers, so we'll be traveling around, keep the summer tour going, keep on finding new and interesting places to check out. Sorry for the no-show last week. If you wanted to see some cool stuff from the Geneva trip, that's over on Acoustic Electric. And I got a couple of band videos there, so that's what we're doing on that side. Who knows what the future may bring? We're not sure exactly about which channels are going to keep on going and which ones are going to be kind of folding up here, but might as well just take a minute to check out nature. Summer is on the way out. So I guess we can gear up for fall. I guess football is going to be coming up soon. So I guess I should start ranting about them Cleveland Brownies and how they are actually frownies. But yeah, I've been Philip McCrevis, and you've been filled in. Oh no, that's somebody else's tagline. Darn it! That's Philip DeFranco. Not sure what I got on the agenda here. Be good or be good at it. Gotta go see a man about a horse. I gotta go send a fax to Cleveland. I'm gonna drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl. Alright. that's enough for today. So let's see if I can figure out how to end this thing, which is always a problem. I'll let you guys enjoy some nature while I do that.